I'm Red. Today is a different kind of episode. We're going to be going through all the RACKA wrestling videos. We're here with Dane Davies. You may know him as the grandma from the wrestling matches. Anytime we want to do anything dangerous, we call up Dane. Well, we used to call up Dane, then he sort of stopped wrestling and then started going to the city, and now he's washed up. But we're here right now with Dane Davies.
I didn't agree to come here to just get slammed.
We're going to go back to where we first met, which was in the Every WrestleMania Ever video. So, how did you get involved with this video?
There was a message that went out from
Lindsay.
Lindsay went, the boys from YouTube want some wrestlers to come and shoot a video at their house. Didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into. So we showed up to your house and there's glass everywhere, it's trashed, and you're like, we're gonna break more shit.
But those videos are over now. Now our house is in great condition.
You had the most shonky tables ever. Like, what were they?
Let's have a look here.
So went back up. Spray paint to the end of the table.
Yeah, so we tried to spray paint it to make them look like tables. There was only supposed to be like one table, and then suddenly
it turned into a stack.
Turned into a fucking full. No padding or anything on the ground. Those tables went like nothing. They literally disappeared. I hate the stuff where I don't see where I'm landing, so that stuff's scary. It's so much higher because you're lifting me up even higher. My whole back just felt like pins and needles as soon as we landed.
Just a wave, yeah.
All right, so let's we'll go into. Also afraid of doing a live event. Like, I don't know if people rock up. If people would rock up. But yeah, so we made it free entry for everyone, and we packed it out. We paid for everyone's entry, didn't we?
It's like they don't want to make money. Like
these events cost us so much money. Yeah, they were expensive. But what we wanted to do was have like a free event. Everyone's like, oh, it's free to go to, and then we just go fucking hard. And everyone's like, what the fuck? That was free. This venue was wild. The crowd was fucking awesome.
I can't believe you started this match wearing a bloody cape. I couldn't think of anything harder to move around with and not get caught on.
We put the cape on, so when I went through the barbed wire, if it all got tangled in the barbed wire, I could just take the cape off. But that being said, even with that on, I was just wrapped in the barbed wire.
I mean, it's the first time the audience were like, oh shit, what's going to be happening?
Yeah, watch the audience's reaction.
Oh my god!
The wrestling matches are the most fun ever. There's no like, how do you feel like...
I hate filming videos with you because there's no adrenaline.
Alright, so when he's saying he likes doing the live events, but when we're filming normal racket vids and there's no audience there, you're doing stunts, it's very like...
I'm exactly the same. In front of a crowd, I'll do anything. When we're doing racket stunts, like with the proper stunt team, you're attached to a wire, you're gonna get fucking pulled through a wall, whether you're ready or not, and there's no adrenaline at all. It's quiet. 3, 2, you're like, fuck, 1, 2,
The thing with wrestling, as soon as you walk out and that crowd pops, instantly you're flooded with adrenaline. It doesn't leave your body until you get out the back.
Yeah,
whether
exactly.
It's 10 minutes you're out there, or whether it's 30 minutes like one of the matches we had, it's a lot easier to get through.
The video that we just filmed was out in the cold.
Soaking wet.
And we're like, okay, Dan, I'm gonna spear me through a flaming table now.
So was this the first time that Grandma made an appearance on the channel?
Yes.
Yeah, and the only reason she did was because you were going to do the stunt and the other guy wasn't.
With this, I didn't hear from you guys for a little bit. I thought it would just be a one and done video, and then the phone call happened. So, how cool are you with heights?
Well, put it this way, we wanted to do the balcony jump. The guys we're doing it with didn't want to do the balcony. He's like, no, it's too high, it's too dangerous. And then everyone that we asked was like, no, there's no way I'm doing that. Then we're like, what about that fucking Dane dude? He did the suplex, maybe he'd be down. And then Danny said he rang you, and you're like, yeah, I'm down, no worries.
And I was like, what the fuck? Everyone's turned this down. Dave's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
You fucking play a granny pretty well.
That was the thing. I was more worried about how to act like a grandma than I was for jumping off the balcony. I still think that was the funnest thing I ever did. And it wasn't one tube. You'd take 4 of them and 3 of them together. It was like holding a baseball bat. And I just went for the hills.
Right, here's the injury. Oh. This is when I knew something was wrong, because up until that I hadn't felt anything. I didn't feel the barbed wire table, I didn't feel the thumbtacks. I was like, what the fuck was that? that's 60 light tubes all put together.
Fuck, that's so dangerous.
Who built that?
What happened was one of the light tubes broke up, went right up into my ribs. If it went a couple centimeters higher, it would have punctured my lung.
Oh.
That's what the doctor said. He's like, the angle that this came in at, if that was like this much higher, it would have punctured your lung.
The best part is Michael keeps wrestling.
Yeah, I remember John Raddick saying, he's like, oh, do you want to just go in and end it? I was like, nah, let's keep going. I was like, I'm fine. I think I'm fine. You get adrenaline from this right now. I get so... I watch this, I'm like, let's fucking go!
See,
let's go!
Your memory is like that big jump. For me, it was me feeling like I almost got decapitated by the trim of the table.
Oh, that thing.
The trim caught me on the throat.
Oh, hold on, that what happened even bigger at the House of RACKA.
Twice with you.
Laying on the table, like the crowd's going fucking nuts, and then Dane gets up. I'm like, fuck, he is high, and I thought that you were gonna act it up, like, and then Dane's just like.
I was going to like just let them have it, but I got up there and they were so loud and just wanting it, and also I was so worried that if I froze there, I wouldn't jump.
Yeah. The hole in my back was like that big. When he landed on me, blood exploded out of my stomach. I literally felt it go. On the table there was flesh.
This is why I didn't know he was bleeding. It was after this we picked him up and we could see this big blood stain on the back of him, and it's just like, you're not okay.
It felt like my body was a computer and someone just hit the power off button and it was going. I was like, oh.
This is where I was like, this might need to stop. Because it's not a small amount of blood. Yeah, see, that table didn't go out.
As soon as I fucking landed, I was on fire. Yeah, everyone was like, the fabric is so
thin
and like, like flammable. It's like, you're gonna go up. I was like, fuck. And we just got that little fire extinguisher right towards the end.
Right, I'm gonna tell you how it is. You have a piece of flesh missing out of your back. So right about now, that is more important to us.
Oh, that is nasty.
Yuck. It's so deep red.
Oh,
Actually makes me sick. Everyone's freaking out. I couldn't even get over to you. I don't even know if I spoke to you after that match. I think you just got ushered into a car.
Yeah, it's the hospital. The matches are fine. I hate the aftermath. Going and getting stitches, injections in your car. That's when you don't have adrenaline. It's also down, you're fucking in pain everywhere, and they're like sticking these needles into you. But that's the life we chose, and we love to live it. Good times, though, Dane.
That was the beginning of the end, wasn't it?
We want to step it up this time. So we went to the bigger venue. Everyone said that I was going to die. This has a high chance of going very wrong. This guy.
And he shit himself when I came by.
Look how genuinely afraid this kid is. People think that fucking rings are not solid. If you land wrong in a ring, you'll fucking die.
That was terrifying. Because it's just like, it's all good, and then just everything went black. I didn't know where you were, and I was just slowly spinning. Like, it's coming at some point, and then just the loudest, like my ears were ringing.
Match, Dane and Mark get more rough with each other. Oh, it's so sick. I love that moment.
You didn't want to do that, did you?
No.
You didn't want to do the front barbed wire.
Well, for me, I would not want a front bump on barbed wire because I feel like you're got more nerves and sensitivity around like your stomach and your abdomen and all that.
Oh, I wanted you to nail me.
It's hundreds, it's thousands of STUNTS. They're just trying to. No.
So how are the rings designed to take the bumps in the middle, right?
There's more give in the center because of the way that it's going to all the weight in the center. Where you were like, oh, we'll take a power bomb in the corner in one of the hardest spots in the entire ring. I feel like that there was maybe an agreement between me and Grandpa to just slam the fuck out of you two.
And why?
Break you into the business.
No, run,
This was the most painful thing. It blew the joints out of my face here. The doctor made me bite on a stick for like 2 weeks to get my joints back in place.
Whoops. We
And they-
drilled you into those.
They managed. This, I felt all the thumbtacks, I felt the thing, I felt my jaw, I felt my wind out. And I generally was so concussed from this, when I sat up, I didn't know what was next. I was looking for a visual cue, I'm like...
I think we had to talk you through the rest of this.
That's not acting, that's genuine real pain. Oh! wrestling wasn't bad enough. I think this just added to it. It like cut my forehead as well, so that's why I'm bleeding after this.
So there was a real big problem here that no one would know about. When he bounced off the table, he hit the barricade and the table landed on top of him. And he had a barb, he could feel it touching his, like, next to his eye. And then the ref has come over trying to pull the table off of him. He tells the ref to get fucked because he's trying to pull this table off of him and he almost ripped his eye.
Oh, rip his eye, fuck. When you say you're dragging me through this match, it's basically you beating shit out.
Oh, shit!
You hit me that hard. The thumbtacks were so deep in my back. He hit me with that kendo stick, literally pushed them out of my flesh. That fucking drill, that stung so bad. Watch me, I wanted to scream so bad, but I knew I had to do it in the wrong voice.
What? You landed on the top of the chair. That had to have sucked. Do you remember the one guy that I almost had to fucking knock out? This dude got in my face and security wasn't anywhere to be seen. And he started like going to grab me. The ref came from behind and fucking grabbed the dude. He got kicked out.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Let's get out now.
That's so high.
We were supposed to do it on the lower ledge.
It's one ledge, but it just like, it gets higher at the back.
Yeah, and for some reason we did it at the highest point. And we wanted to have like a big moment, like a huge moment. We practiced it on the ring apron, like at his wrestling venue. We went off it onto a mat and it blew the wind out of me. I'm like, fuck, now now we have to do it off how high through 4 tables onto the ground.
Well, I think the good thing was that the stretcher was there anyway. Sorry folks, Ron's dead.
Let's get a round of applause for Dane, because if you weren't here and willing and able to do it, we wouldn't have been able to do these matches because no one else has the balls to do it. I spoke to one guy and he's like, I've done this for 30 years. I would never take that bump. You guys are fucking suicidal.
So we hit the ground, like you can hear it was really loud, but for me it went deathly quiet. And it was dark and quiet, and then that eerie like white noise sound faded out, and all I heard was this like enormous eruption of sound and just people losing their minds. And I just remember like this instant feeling of my jaw in outstanding amounts of pain. And so I had to go to hospital after this because my jaw was dislocated on the right hand side.
Oh. I don't know what it was exactly, but I broke my nose somewhere in this fight. I went home and I had a broken nose. I didn't even know it. I rang Judd and he was talking to me and my face was all fucked up and he's like, what are you doing about your broken nose? I'm like, oh, my nose isn't broken. He's like, your nose is broken. You need to go to the doctor. And I went to the doctor and they said the way that your nose is broken here is like you need to get surgery to line it back up if you want to breathe properly. So then I had to go into surgery. But after that, I was like, I could only breathe in a certain amount. I was like, and I could only like half breathe in. That it like really hurt my chest to breathe. So I was like only half breathing.
But where do you go from there? Like, what else could you have given them that was going to keep the energy up after such a high risk and unique, position that we're in to do that spot? And then luckily we had you trained to do a particular move that no one in that crowd would have ever thought that you could do. Especially doing it at the end of 30 minutes of brutality, and you nailed it, which was, props to you.
Oh, thank you very much.
So my adrenaline had died, everything started hurting, and then that bodysuit, I felt like I was suffocating at this point. And I remember them just tugging on it, and all of a sudden just all the stick stopped and just slid off, and this cool air just touched my body and I was fine.
I went home, I laid down, and I just went, and I was like this, I fell asleep. I woke up and I was in a puddle of blood on my bed. I was like,
Really?
Yeah, because all those cuts and stuff, they wouldn't stop bleeding.
They see.
We're going to be working on some more wrestling stuff, guys, soon. Thank you to Dane. Go follow him on Instagram. He's got some excellent photos of his cats. We will see you, motherfuckers, next time.
Bet on me making it happen, cause I'm a cat.
You see that button? Click the button. You know you want to. It's good merch. Click it. Click it. Click the button. Click it.